This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You are watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Okay, so Frank Warren on IFL TV was asked about Talksport, Adam Catterall, or Talksport in general. Will they be covering the Tyson Fury-Francis Ngannou fight? Frank Warren responded with no, or at least they haven't been given the credentials yet, or words to that effect. So that would lead me to suspect that Frank Warren will not allow Talksport to cover from ringside as part of the media team in Saudi Arabia because of the things that they've been saying about the Tyson Fury-Francis Ngannou fight, which I can understand that from one perspective. From the other perspective as well, it's kind of like a few people on Talksport have been degrading that fight. Others, like Spencer Oliver and Gareth A. Davis, have been bigging that fight up, saying it's perfectly acceptable and whatever else. But at the same time, Talksport have a lot of opinions lately, and there's nothing wrong with having an opinion, but they seem to think that they are above the sport of boxing. Some of them seem to think that they are the voice of the boxing fans, but they're not. They're not. Most of them don't even know boxing. Even their boxing experts don't actually know boxing that well. They don't. Their other main sports are like mixed martial arts and what have you. So with Frank Warren, it does appear that he's going to be banning Talksport from that event. Now, I said this about Conor Benn with what appeared to be a witch hunt for the last, how many months has it been, of the whole Conor Benn situation, that Talksport have made video after video after video, and it's been going on and on and on about Conor Benn. Ultimately, it looks like Conor Benn's been cleared, or potentially at least, and now, of course, they're still trying to go at Conor Benn, trying to go in with the little nitty-gritties rather than hold that L and move on, because that witch hunt has backfired on him. It has. He got cleared when, quite clearly, some of those at Talksport actually wanted him to get a ban. There does seem to be an anti-Conor Benn, or certainly an anti-Matchroom fantasism over there. There does. Whether that's true, whether they actually do, or whether they don't, I don't know. But it appears that they do. So don't be surprised if Conor Benn, for his next fight, also bans Talksport. Because when it comes to, say, Conor Benn, they just went in on him for the longest time. And I'm not saying that some of the things that they weren't saying were not justified or were not even correct. Okay, I'm not saying that. But the point is, they went over the top with it. That was pretty much their content for the last several months, was Conor Benn. When everybody else, months ago, went, right, okay, let's draw a line in the sand right now. We've all said, I have said personally, my piece on it, which is whatever it was at the time, and now let's just wait for the outcome. When the outcome comes, then we'll talk about it again. But I ain't going to be making video after video on it, whereas that's all they've been doing. So Talksport need pulling back a bit. They seem to think that they're above their station, that they're above their grade, that they are entitled to go to whatever event it is that they want. When Gareth A. Davis was asked, will you go to the Conor Benn fight if he ends up fighting in Saudi or Dubai or whatever, and he's under a ban? He went, well, yeah, of course I want to go over there. It's my job. No. You've been putting down there, so you shouldn't be there. It's very simple, isn't it? It's very, very simple. They have an expectancy that they are entitled to just go. And Frank Warren is showing them, maybe you won't go. You need to rein yourself in a little bit. But Frank Warren's more likely to do that than Eddie Hearn. Frank Warren's got more about him than Eddie Hearn in that's for sure, where he will do things and he will say, right, this is what's going to happen. I don't care if you're Talksport, I don't care if you're IFL, I don't care what platform that you are. Even if you're Sky Sports and you want to come and help us with a promotion, nah, you ain't coming. Now, there's a very, very strong possibility that maybe Frank Warren is doing this as a way to get Talksport to start being positive about this fight. Start being positive, then maybe we'll let you in. Which will probably work, because whenever Frank Warren goes on there, a lot of them do cower into the corner. They'll say certain things, and when Frank Warren goes on there, they'll cower into the corner. Yeah, okay, Frank. Yeah, you're right, Frank. And if that isn't working, Frank Warren will just start raising his voice And because it's live on radio, it'll drop a couple of cuss words. Then they'll go panicking. Oh my God, let's reel him in a little bit. Let's calm him down. In case somebody hears a swear word. I mean, heaven forbid, right? But that's the game that you play. But ultimately, Talksport do need to rein themselves in a bit. They need to have a bit of an overhaul, to be honest with you, as to who should be talking about what sport. Some people seem to think that they're bigger than the platform. Whoever runs Talksport, you're having your staff think that they can just say and do whatever it is that they want. When there should be a company line, there should be. That's what they get paid for, right? And ultimately, it's your brand that'll ultimately fall to the wayside when people stop allowing you to come to their events. And it appears that's what Frank Warren is looking to do, or he's threatening to do, unless they start calming down and bigging up Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. In other words, lie or don't talk about it and you can come. Keep on going and you ain't coming. Well played, Frank. Well played. Drop your thoughts below. Click on the subscribe. Catch you next video.